Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning an audience with Abdullah and seeking for Abdullah's mentorship. They all wanted to have an interview with Abdullah, and even rabbis will come to study with Abdullah. And Abdullah is said to be a black mystic from Ethiopia. Well, to be honest with you, the true knowledge of the Bible comes all the way from Ethiopia, where Ethiopia have always had the oldest Bible, and they had the Orthodox Church in Ethiopia long before the council at Nicaea, Rome. Now, there's some people who try to argue and try to, disprove what I am saying. But when you are a witness and when you meet face to face with the Messiah, when you meet face to face with God, doesn't matter who argue with you. Okay, you read in the Bible where Jacob said, I've seen God face to face. And I am telling you, the most easily transcended people on this planet is melanated people. You see how easy it is for them to get trapped in secular Christianity and end up in mental slavery? Well, it is that easy also for them to rearrange their mind and be willing to unlearn and relearn and reprogram the subconscious mind, and they will prove for themselves how fast they can transcend. Because of the melanin in us, we can transcend so fast. All we have to do is change our belief system. And so, my brother, my sisters, I'm here as a true witness that when you get an interview with your black Messiah, when you get an audience with your black Messiah, you will never allow yourself to be trapped in idolatry. You'll never allow yourself to be worshipping the idol of your slave master, because you would know that you are free from every form of mental slavery. Because presently as I speak to you, there is a systematic form of slavery that is taking place in all of these colonies, these places that have been colonized, and the people have been given a colonial mentality, a limited way of thinking, a limited way of schooling, whereby they've been schooled to love the plantation, to love to go to a 9 to 5 and chop in that 9 to 5 until the day they retire. So if you really understand what I'm saying, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to work, but you go to work to learn, not to earn. But the system set up in a way that you go to earn and you forget that you're supposed to be going there to learn. So, with the knowledge that Abdullah was sharing, okay, this is a knowledge, as I said before, that comes all the way from Ethiopia, where in 1611, when King James and the Nicene Council, all of these things come together to change the Bible to 66 books and so on. They remove the other books that was really teaching us that our real identity is our divinity, and that the whole Bible is our spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. And it all comes from the Nile Valley. And so this knowledge, they make you believe that you didn't have this knowledge before, and now they bring this knowledge to you. So what they did is they bring you into a place whereby you couldn't speak the language that they were speaking. So you would look as if you are illiterate and you don't know anything. And so because of the language barrier, okay, they forbid you to learn to read and write in their language and to even understand the Bible in their language. So when you go to school and they start to teach you all of these things, you know, if you don't think further, you're going to think that you come from a people who was backward, and you're going to think that you come from a people who was uncivilized and so on. And you'll never realize that the uncivilized people are the people who travel all the world to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that's the description of the devil, the enemy, your oppressor, who wants to oppress you and keep you where? In the lower mind. So hell is basically in the lower mind. The devil also is actually the lower mind and keeping you in the lower mind. But you have to vibrate out of the lower mind. Excuse me, let me shut off this phone that ringing. My girl forgot her phone in the car. Okay. So they keep you in the lower mind. Okay, with limiting beliefs. And they give you a religious system that will keep you in doubt, fear, guilt, and shame. Okay, so because of that now, when Neville comes with his philosophy and you believe that you were kept in a place of lack and scarcity, you would run with the law and you will forget the promise. And so many people, they run with the law, not knowing that you are creating consciously or unconsciously, doesn't matter. The law is always in operation. But when it comes to the promise is what will bring you into that place of self-realization. And true salvation is self-realization. The promise is what will bring you into the place of understanding your true identity and understanding your true nationality and understanding your true, biography and so on. Okay, and it would expose to you the liar. So seeking an audience with Abdullah is you seeking to be in touch with your ancestors. So my brother, my sister, I'm encouraging you to seek an audience with Abdullah. And as an ascended master, speaking of Abdullah, he has bestowed certain thing to me to share with you. So if you consult me for a one-on-one as a melanated person, you read my books, whatever you choose to do based on the leading and direction of your intuition, I'm telling you that you're making the right choice. Okay? Because you've been lied to. Okay? And all lie would be exposed. And when these lies are being exposed, you will understand more clearly the things that I've been trying to convey to you. You see, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, and all these things that Neville God has been teaching, these things have been written in books for millennia. Okay, and when they were carrying out the heist and they were born in the city, they were still in the books. And so at the bottom of the Vatican, they have all of these books. They have the library there, but in us, through our DNA is a library. They can't steal a library. They can't steal the library at all. Okay, so my brother and my sisters, nobody have to, convince me that, in the Vatican they have the Black Madonna and child and so on, and, they worship in the black woman and child and so on. Nobody have to tell me that. Nobody have to tell me that. Nobody have to tell me, that when you read about Moses and the man, the voice that spoke to Moses in the fire that doesn't consume. Man, if that voice that speak to Moses in the burning bush that doesn't consume, if the man walk out, I'm telling you, that's a black man. I am telling you. You see, what most people don't realize is that what is hidden behind the ice. And they don't want you to know. Okay, it's the opposite of what is hidden behind the sun that they don't want you to know. Of course, there's a man in the sun. Of course, the black man. You know, we come from the sun. We are the sun people, and there's the ice people, and they'll all be the polar opposite. You know what I mean? You know, when it comes to oneness and so on and all of that, you have to understand all of that, but you have to understand also the law of polarity. You have to understand there will always be the opposite of you, my brothers and my sisters. But I'll be honest with you. If you're seeking an audience with Abdullah, okay, I am telling you, when you see your black brother bringing this message and he's taking it from a different angle, he's not trying to put Neville on a pedestal when Neville is the student and Abdullah is the teacher. And if people want to question that and want to say, well, okay, there's nothing concrete about that, any angle you turn, you would be proved to be a liar. Because the spiritual system that was being practiced by our people, it still lives on up to this day. That's why in the Caribbean you have the spiritual Baptists and so on and all of that. And throughout, you know, all of the islands and so on, you still have the spiritual Baptists with their spiritual system. And I understand the spiritual system. Okay, that is why I could come to you. Okay, you know, I come to you as a witness, one who have had, you know, the veil removed, so that I can see clearly. And that's why I want to teach you how to see clearly by pointing to look inwardly, to experience the promise. You want to have the third eye experience. You want to activate your pineal gland. You know what I mean? So, my brother, my sisters, when you consult with me, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be asking anything more about Abdullah. And the reason for that, because Abdullah is a state of mind. It's an enlightened black man. It's a symbol of an enlightened black man. So Neville could use symbology. He could just talk about Abdullah and there wasn't a man named Abdullah, as well as there could be a man named Abdullah and so on. But Abdullah means a servant of God, okay? Also, it could just be something he's putting out there. So when a true man come, okay, because you see they have all kind of chapset, you know, and they're keepers of time. So you have to understand these things, my brothers and my sisters. So I'm definitely extending my invitation to you to have a conversation with you. You know, if you feel led to have a conversation with me and to go deeper down the rabbit hole and to learn more about your ancestors and what they would have known, you know, before the plundering of what they would have built. Okay, even the Sphinx and the pyramid. You know, Neville said that Abdullah would have drawn his attention to that. Man, this thing is so deep. I sometimes it make me wonder how is it people could be listening to Neville Goddard and listen to the things that Neville Goddard said and they can't see beyond. All they just studying is money. Oh, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that. Yes, try manifest everything they want to manifest in this world and see how you're going to feel. Okay, after you get those things, you realize those things are temporal, yes, and they will help you to ease the blows of Caesar, but you realize that you're higher than the laws of Caesar. You will realize that the most powerful thing is knowing who you are, and as a melanated person, when you know who you are, that is power, that is freedom, and you can break all of the soul chap, because I had certain experience that teach me that these, you know, if you check all of the religious organizations throughout the entire Caribbean and Africa and all of those places, start by some white man or some white woman, you know, and it is because a soul chap, when you follow them, you know, they chopping you, you know. Yeah, man, they chopping you. They taking on a body that could create instantly, and when they take on that body and use a follower, you're going to get lost. Okay, you can get chopped in a certain place, but I'm here because I've gone further. Okay, and I'm here to teach you how to have a true audience with your ancestor. Okay, and experience the truth about Abdullah. Abdullah is, not was, So stop asking, oh, which book you write this? We check out my books in there, man. Okay, so with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at TikTok, you can follow me at Black Mad Guru. And check out all of the links that are down below. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. Okay, and you can read my books if you so desire. But my last encouragement is to make sure that you check out all of the links that are down below and let your intuition lead you and guide you into what to do. So that being said, I just want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.